what's going through your mind? How do you prepare? Do you look forward to the inning? Do you look forward to that specific batter? Like, kind of walk us through that process. Like when the hitter steps in the box, like what's your plan? Do you have a game plan with them?
Yeah, I mean, I try and take each hitter as their own little game within themselves. So I have a beginning and an end goal. My end goal is typically a strikeout. Strike out a hitter in 3 pitches or less, essentially. That's my main goal, and if I throw pitch number 1 as a ball, then I'm trying to get him out and strike him out in 4 pitches or less. So it's like I'm just trying to get the out as quick as possible, but also in a way that is gonna benefit me, because I know, like, to strike out a hitter, I need to throw in a quality location with a quality pitch, right? I don't need to do anything too specific, but I also don't want to like groove the ball down the middle and say let them hit it per se, because you know, if you get to upper levels, like if you just start grooving balls down the middle, you're going to get taught a lesson real quick. So
a lot of home runs.
Yeah. So, but also on the flip side, you don't want to try and nitpick at corners, because then you're going to start walking guys and throwing more balls than you need to and getting worse counts. So yeah, pretty much just good locations with a good pitch and each hitter at a time. If I try and look, you know, I have no hits in the 2nd inning, where am I going to be in the 5th inning? You know, that's when you start to spiral, or you think outside of the here and the now. So,
so tell us, you know, you said you have a few pitches in your arsenal. We don't have to go into specifics. We don't want to give anybody any details. What's your favorite pitch to throw?
Well, favorite pitch to throw that elicits the best result, I would say, is like a up and away fastball.
Okay.
Just because the hitter thinks, like, in their, you can just see it in their eyes. They're like, I see this ball so well. And me having a relatively jumpy fastball, or ride is what we call it nowadays, they just swing right under it, and I love it. Yeah, that's probably my favorite pitch. Yeah, so the breaking pitches are fun, like when you really throw a nasty one and they had no idea how to even hit it. Yeah. But for me, it's like mano a mano. Here's my fastball. Like try and hit it, and it goes by. Yeah. I think my best performance has been a complete game. Okay. I think I've thrown 1, maybe 2 in my pro career. Probably 1, because typically being a minor leaguer, you're definitely stuck on like a hard pitch count with organizations. So to even get there in itself is hard, but just competitively wise, like it's good to just, you know, you're making pitches, you're getting guys out, and you look up and you're like, wow, it's the 9th inning. There's no closer in the game. It's me.
It's still me. You know, really limiting kids on the pitches is just obviously helping the longevity of their game. You know, is that something that you would preach, I guess, to younger coaches or coaches with, you know, younger teams? Like, how important is that? Yeah, I would say it's about, there's so many factors. Like, first of all, the environment. Like, if you're in Florida and it's 99% humidity and it's 100 degrees, like, take into consideration that they're going to be dehydrated, that's going to affect their muscles and put them in a riskier position when they are throwing that second game. But for me, I think I was the lucky one who was throwing on a Friday and then throwing on a Sunday. And, or like you said, maybe start one, or throw 1 inning, 1 game, and then start like the championship game on a Sunday. So yeah, I think it's important to definitely limit the amount of throws, or at least be aware of what their capabilities are. Obviously there's some kids that can handle a little more load depending on their mechanics and how they look. There aren't perfect mechanics, but there are good mechanics that can put you and your body in a better position to like maintain health. So you might not throw like, you know, DeGrom, but you can also do little things that can get you better and better and better and better, and increase your velocity, increase your command, limit your danger of arm injury. And yeah, it's little things too, little things that coaches or kids might not know how to convey. Basics are the most important, and they're honestly the easiest to teach. Like the little tiny nitpicking things, those are the ones where the kids have a little bit of problems. But when you just generalize things just so they can learn and have a nice foundation, and then they can branch off themselves, like you're saying, and let your kid explore, like maybe he wants to try this or that. It's like, sure, let's talk about it and see what you're feeling, and let's see the results. Are you throwing it harder? Are you spinning it better? Is it locating better? You know? what age do you think is a good idea to kind of really focus on one position? And what age did you kind of, were you always a pitcher? Did you always?
Well, I was lefty, so I had limitations.
Yeah, outfielder, pitcher.
Well, so I was a catcher. I was actually a catcher up until high school.
Okay.
Like all the way, was at 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I hit high school, I wasn't going to catch anymore. But yeah, I was a pretty good catcher, and obviously, there's limitations there.
You don't see too many lefty catchers.
But as far, it's good to be multifaceted. You know, it's good for kids to learn different positions. I think sometimes skill sets create a position for a player rather than a player choosing a position. Sometimes if a fielder is a little slower, they're bigger, they are more often than not going to play third. You know, if they're quicker, you know, light on their feet, have good hands, they're probably going to play short. So it's like, I think coaches typically maneuver kids into their positions, but as far as position player and pitcher, that's where the divide really comes. I think that's somewhere along the lines of early high school days, you kind of figure out if I'm going to be a pitcher or if I should keep being a fielder. For me, I was a two-way guy all the way through high school, and then when you get drafted, you know, unless you're Shohei Ohtani, they're like, choose one or the other, and they obviously wanted me as a pitcher. I wasn't